welcome back. So today we've got in our topography, we've got in our digital elevation model, and we've drawn the start of a track. So today we're going to be looking at how we can draw the profile of that track and see the different gradients and the different tools that are available. So to do this, we're going to use the profile tool. I'll put the link underneath. So it's a QGIS plugin. So because QGIS, well, not just because it's open source, but they got these plugins that you can open, and what this will allow you to do is add functionality to the QGIS software. So we'll be using this tool today called the profile tool, and yeah, let's take a look. So we open up our QGIS. From memory we drew. So from memory we can bring in the topography map. I'll just shut this here quickly. We can bring in the topography map. We also downloaded the digital elevation model in this thing here, which we merged together, which we can see here for this area here. And the last one is we drew part of a track, which we can see here. Make that track bigger again. That's 2. Great. So we can see we've got this track here. So the first thing we need to do is download the profiling tool plugin. So we go up here to plugins, manage and install, and this allows us to look through the official plugin repository. So the one we're looking for is profile tool, so we just put in the search it profile tool, and we can see here we got profile tool here. So you just click the install button. So I'll just install it again, so we can click here the install button. So that's going to be installing the plugin, and we should see this little icon here appear up here in a minute. There we go. So I can now close this, and we can start using the profile tool. So first things first is we open it up. So it's going to give me this extra dialog box down the bottom here. And now I want to say, like, where do we take our profile from? So this is our digital elevation model here. We merged it together for it to be easier. You don't actually have to merge them together. But anyway, so I click add layer, and we can see here we got like the selection is the temporary polyline. So what I can do here is if I start drawing by left clicking on my map, we can see the profile along what I've drawn, but it's only temporary, so it only stays, but we can see the profile of following those lines along. I can also click, so you right click to stop that and start a new one. I can also click here selected polyline, which allows me to go and click on one of my pre-existing layers and see the profile along that part. And finally I can click selected layer, so I choose the layer over here I want to visualize, and then I can click selected layer. So this is the profile along my track, so I can actually remove that from visibility. I don't need to see that. So I can see here along my track, I can follow along here and see the different elevation. So you can see here that at that point there we are at an elevation of just over 307. When I'm up here I can see that my elevation is 509. I can also click slope, so we can get the percentage and the degrees of slope. So if I click here, I can see that this part here is pretty steep. We're getting somewhere in the region of 40% climb. So if we zoom in, we can have a look to see why that's happening, because that appears to be quite a strong slope. So we've got to bear in mind that the elevation model it's taking off of is every 8 meters as well, so it's not too precise. But it gives us a good idea, and we can also click down here in degrees. So I can see here the slope here is about 20 degrees. Yeah, so that's how you use the profile tool. If I want to save my little graph here, I can just click save the graph as a PNG, and just save that. And for example, I just want to save it to my desktop, and I can write track.png, track. And now when I go to my desktop, I should have a track.png here, and you will have your profile that's come out with the distance along your track and the the elevation, or in this case here the degrees. So that's how you use the profile tool. Hope it was useful. Yep, that's all for today. Thanks.